Hi, how are you? So I just want to make it clear that the title of this video, I'm not just talking about period as in a length of time. I do also mean the period as in, the menstrual cycle. Period vlogs are a thing. I saw that Bryony over at Precious Star Pads posted a lot, as well as other people on YouTube, and I figured, yeah, I'll do that next time I have a period. I think it's important to demystify and normalize something that's very normal and common for half of the adult population. And it just so happened that, I happened to be menstruating when that orange thing was inaugurated, and why explain it? You can watch it yourself. Hi, today is the 10th of January. I am at my mom's house and I will be leaving tomorrow, the 11th of January. So basically what I wanted to tell you was that I haven't had my period since, I think it was early November, late October, sometime around there. What happened was, I'm 26 years old. I'm gonna be 27 this year. But after I turned 26, I was no longer on my mom's health insurance plan, so I didn't have any health insurance. And my life isn't really affected by that, except that now I'm no longer on birth control. I was on birth control because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and yeah, before I was on the pill, I was really hairy. I'm still very hairy, but I was more hairy. And my periods were very irregular. It came like every 3 to 6 months, definitely not on a monthly schedule. And when I did get my period, it was hell on earth. Oh my God, like I just crawl up in fetal position. I'd want to cry, and it was heavy, and it cramps, and yeah, so I definitely, when I was a young kid, I really felt like my period was a curse. And I have to say, I don't necessarily enjoy my period, but my favorite part about having a period is that I get to moan about it. Anyway, after I went off the pill, which was around in March, my birthday's in March, my body still reacted like it was on the pill because I was on it for 10 years. So I was like, okay, this isn't bad. My period is regular, it comes once a month like clockwork. It leaves after 5 days. The cramping isn't awful. So I was like, cool, this is fine. But this is the first time I've been late. Yeah, 2 months late now. And no, I am not pregnant. I'm not, okay? I don't know, I already recorded what that was, but I don't know if that video is going to be posted before this one. My mom dug this out of the wall. It was some weird ass timer thing, and my life has improved because of this thing being dug out the wall, because it was ticking a lot. But yeah, that's that. And I guess I'll update you more when my friend Flo decides to come and visit. I was hoping that it would happen now because I'm still on vacation, but my mom is back at work. So I've mostly been staying around at the house, and I was thinking, well, that'd be a perfect time for my friend Flo to show up, because then I wouldn't have to worry about smelling like fish. And now my mom is home and I have to open the door for her. Bye-bye. It's 9:20 at night. It is the 18th of January. I just came back from the bathroom and I noticed smallest hint of red on my underwear. So it's starting not heavy, so that's good. I remember before, over 10 years ago, it would start heavy right away. So I'm glad that it just started light, and I just put a panty liner in, and yeah, hopefully I won't be in too much pain. But this should make an interesting period vlog because it's the 18th today, and in a couple of days is going to be the inauguration. I was planning on vlogging that anyway, but I guess I'll vlog it while I'm on my period. Interesting topics coming up. There's a women's march on Washington, which I'm not going to because I live on the other side of the country. And yeah, talk to you later. Bye-bye. So I'm uploading my first video in 2 months. There's a reason why it took me about 2 months to upload another video on this channel, and I go over that somewhat, but I had technical difficulties, and I spent all day today editing at a public library. But the good news was that public library had Macs, so I was able to use iMovie and use like picture-in-a-picture type of editing that is not available on Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, I haven't had any cramps with my period today. I mentioned last night that I put a panty liner in. It's still the same one. It hasn't gotten too dirty, so I guess I'll just sleep with that same one there. I sound gross, but I don't see the point in changing it. Now, it is 9/12, the day before the inauguration, and I have not done my Duolingo. As you can see, I have this 389-day streak, and I'm not going to break that streak today. I also have this streak of writing every day. But I've gotten really lazy. Like, yeah, I write every day, but like more often than not, I'll write like 1 or 2 sentences and be like, oh, done my writing for the day. Okay, so that's my update for today. Bye-bye.
Huh?
I'm watching the Young Turks live stream of the inauguration. It's the only way I'll get through this. This is the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I went to the bathroom for a minute because my period and stuff. But also, is he officially the president now? Okay. So I didn't miss it.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. The office of President of the United States, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of... Congratulations, Mr. President.
You didn't screw up any of it. Okay, give credit where credit is due. He nailed one thing.
You have really low standards.
What, you're giving credit for that, for repeat after me? It's like Simon says.
No, as you can tell, I got a very low bar.
I'm gonna go to bed soonish, but I recently did laundry, and that's all the crap on my bed. That's my bamboo plant that's obviously dead. I'm not going to any of the marches tomorrow. I'm gonna go see Moonlight. That's the plan. The plan for today, which fell through, but whatever, was to go to the Black Panthers exhibit over in the Oakland Museum of California, but I can just go next week. I call November 9th the first day of the apocalypse, but this is really the first day. I had a bad dream about the Dakota Access Pipeline. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. It's 8:48. I was on social media a lot last night. Twitter annoys me in general because, like, I see so much foolishness in one tweet, and I know that I can't address it all in 140 characters. I guess all social media outlets have their disadvantages, but I guess at least on other social media sites, you have more room to make your case on Twitter. There's no room to say anything substantial. Of course, on other social media sites, you have people who just aren't interested in saying something substantial, but that's different because that's a personal choice that they made. I guess things look better from this angle, and I can see now that I don't have a ton of battery. I've decided to watch Moonlight at the Shattuck Cinemas, which is a little further away from me, but I'll also go to Moe's and go to the bookstores, and I wonder if there's any protests there, because it's in downtown Berkeley. I walked around Berkeley a lot today, and my foot is puffy and swollen. I don't know if you can tell, but does this foot look puffy and swollen to you? I don't know, and I don't know why it's just that one foot that's affected, but like I was limping on my way home, okay? Yeah, I've been listening to this and I've been watching interviews and stuff. I need to rewatch that movie. Seriously, it was so good. It was so good. The movie's really good at utilizing quiet moments, so it kind of crept up on me. I thoroughly recommend it. I think that it's worth the hype. I only would argue don't watch a lot of trailers and things beforehand. I didn't really have much expectations other than I knew it was about a black gay man who was dealing with like masculinity and things, but I didn't know much else besides that, and I thought that it was a good way to go into it. It's almost 5:30 in the morning. Monday morning, I don't want to get up, so I use disposable pads and stuff. I know that a lot of people who do these period vlogs, they use reusable menstrual products, usually cloth pads. I want to switch over, but money and stuff. I think I'll do like a slow transition. Like I always think that, like, oh well, I'll just buy one pad per period, and then when the time comes, I'd rather not spend my money. Even though, yeah, I know that in the long run, it costs more to use disposable products. But anyway, yeah, so I use disposable pads, and this one I've been using for, like, I think all day yesterday, and I slept in it. I was like, ugh, it's chafing. I have to shower. That's my alarm. Dismiss. I don't have enough time to like take a shower, eat breakfast, get lunch ready, and leave when I'm supposed to leave. The struggle. I just came back from the bathroom and I noticed that there's blood around the panty liner that I had put in, but also when I pulled it up to change it, like I noticed like, oh, blood had soaked through it. So there was like blood all over my underwear and on my pants as well. Look at that. I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see it from? Oh my God. Yeah, so I just put that there. Rinse it out with cold water. I get really lazy when I get blood stains. I get blood stains on my underwear every goddamn period. Here's what I do. So you know how you're supposed to use cold water? Well, I'm like, what's even better than cold water? Ice. And then I let it soak. Yeah, no one else is going to use this sink for the time being, so okay, I have to say that my plan of coming here, of putting ice on my clothes to get the blood out and just walking the hell away, that's really been effective. I'll turn on the light. It's connected to the fan, so that's why you get all that noise, but look. You have that little splotch, but that's much smaller than what was there before. And look at my underwear. Again, there's still blood on it, but It's like 5:20 a.m. Remember how earlier this week I said that I had a bad dream about the Dakota Access Pipeline? Appears that my bad dream just came true yesterday. And then I had a bad dream about one of my friends who had DACA, and now I'm worried about immigration. It's like, this guy hasn't even been president for a week. Like, I'm really scared about, like, reproductive rights, the environment, education, immigration, and, like, people say, okay, the first step to the resistance is education. And I believe that education is important, but I also think that some people don't educate themselves because they know that they'll just end up being angry, and they'll be angry and won't feel like there's anything that they can do. And that's how I feel right now, like kind of a deer in the headlights. Like, well, I want to address all of these issues. They're all important to me, but, you know, I can't do everything. Of course, the advice that I'd give to other people feeling this way is you can't do everything, but don't be a deer in the headlights. Do something. And also that it's important to join a collective so that you don't feel the whole weight of the world on your shoulders. And definitely you see with the Women's March and with like this whole thing surrounding Trump that a lot of people really hate him. So you will find allies in a lot of places, and say if your passion is like education, then you can pursue that while you can like ally with somebody whose passion is the environment, and they can do a lot of amazing work there. And like, you know, align yourself with somebody whose passion is immigration, and then they can, you know, so you don't have to fix everything at once, just like focus on one thing. But I don't know. I do not have enough on my memory card, so I will talk to you later. Oh yeah, since this is a period vlog, I'll say that I've been like using panty liners for the last 2 days, using like 2 at a time, and now my period has gone to like one of those light drizzles where it's just like brownish gray snot. And yeah, it's Wednesday, and my period started on a Wednesday, so I guess, you know, it makes sense that it's like, you know, going downhill. My storage is almost out, so, and my battery, so bye. Hi, so it's like 5:30. It gets dark pretty early. I should be used to that by now, but I'm not. So I'm going to change out of the clothes that I'm wearing right now. And I am going to put some clothes in the laundry. It is Wednesday. I have bloodied up quite a few pairs of underwear, so enough for me to justify putting them in the laundry, okay? So this is the garage. And these are the clothes that I want to wash. I'm letting them soak because that's what Shout says. You're supposed to let it soak. Also, I washed this last week, but my marinara sauce stain is still on my jammy shirt. Okay, so I know that the lighting isn't great since it's coming from there. But since I'm here waiting for me to put this in the laundry, I'll just talk to you a little bit more about my period. So, I've not had any cramps at all. I was really surprised by that. I haven't even had back pain. I remember before the pill, my period was awful. I could just want to curl up in fetal position and just cry all day. It was awful. And then when I was on the pill, I still had back pain. I never had back pain before I went on the pill. I only had like stomach area cramps, but yeah, after I got on the pill, less of the cramps in the front and more of the back pain. And It's been pretty smooth sailing. What else should I talk about? I'm very concerned about the defunding of Planned Parenthood, what's going on with the Dakota Access Pipeline. I'm very concerned about like this gag order around like not giving aid to any like foreign organizations that even mention abortion, even if those might be like Planned Parenthood might do other things in relation to reproductive health that aren't necessarily focused on abortion but happen to include abortion in one of its many services. I've been annoyed by a lot of Trump supporters. Some of them were the types of people who are like, oh, I love him because he's honest, and then when he says something horrible they're like, psh, he doesn't really mean that, he's not really gonna do that. I'm like, what is the truth? Do you love him because he's honest, or do you think that he's actually dishonest when he says disgusting things? One or the other. The Trump supporters who like take the cake for me. Battery ran out. What I was saying in the garage before my camera ran out of battery, I really do not like those Trump supporters who say that they're pro-life, because come on, what the hell is pro-life about this guy? Is it pro-life for people to have poisoned drinking water? Is it pro-life for people to have to deal with pollution and global warming? Is it pro-life to deny refugees a home who are from war-torn places, who have nowhere else to go, and to turn them away because of their religion or because of the popular religion in the place that they fled? Is it pro-life to deny people health care, not just with the ACA, but also with like the whole global gag order bullshit around like denying funds to healthcare places that even mention abortion? That's just, it's so fucked up. And like, don't say that you're pro-life if you support all of those messed up things. Especially this guy like saying, I want to bomb the shit out of these people. Like, oh my God. I've been thinking for a while that there's multiple ways to be an activist. I know that marches and stuff get a lot of press, and when we think of the civil rights movement, we think of like the marches and stuff, but there's a lot of groundwork, and I think that instead of going to marches and stuff, I'd rather be doing the groundwork. Again, I love you all who went to the Women's March. It was very encouraging for me to see the high turnout, because I feel like whenever somebody makes a video on feminism on YouTube and it gets like a reasonable amount of views, then that video is attacked by people who have even more numbers and who set up their channels in order to bully and silence, but in their words, have a rational debate by cyberbullying, being an asshole. And those channels have a ton of subscribers, so you know, sometimes it's very discouraging thinking that our generation thinks of feminism and gender equality, but the Women's March showed me that no, we have numbers, and yeah, all over the world, all over the world. I love seeing the pictures. But anyways, I was thinking in terms of other ways to be an activist. Supporting the arts is another way, and education. When I saw Moonlight, it reminded me of what kind of activist I wanted to be. I volunteered at a school, and the kids there, black and brown, a lot of them had internalized this like hyper masculine macho outlook, this idea that you have to be a man and a man can't cry. Like, I heard an 8-year-old say that men can't cry, so he doesn't cry. I did try to say that no, it's part of being a human, having emotions. There's nothing weak about having emotions. There's nothing wrong about that. And, you know, being a man doesn't mean you have to be like that. But yeah, that concludes my period vlog, and tell me if you want to see more of this. It's a little unusual, but you know, next time Mother Nature comes knocking at my door, maybe I'll vlog that as well. So, bye-bye.